Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Niladri Mukherjee and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I practice here in Guelph, Ontario. So we all know whatever is going on in Ukraine, that is completely unfortunate. In this video, I thought to talk about the repercussions of that whole saga, the potential impact of this whole war into the Canadian immigration. The one impact that I could visibly see would happen very, very soon is that the processing time is going to go up for almost all the applications for outside Canada candidates. So if you are somebody that is awaiting a decision for your permanent residency, either through a provincial nomination program or through the federal government, or even if you are a CEC candidate, for that matter, if you are somebody that is awaiting a decision on the visa application from outside Canada, obviously, if you have applied for a work permit, you're awaiting a decision, I would imagine the processing time is going to go up, and the processing time is going to go up quite substantially in the weeks to come or maybe days to come. The reason for that or the reason for that inference is quite simple. The government of Canada or the RCIC has already announced a public policy measure, and as a part of that public policy measure, anybody that holds a Ukrainian passport and want to move to Canada will be given priority in terms of processing their application. Now, I have already posted a video on this topic. There are three categories of candidates who would potentially be benefited out of this, out of this recent public policy. But this also means for the other candidates, for those of you that are waiting for any kind of decision from outside Canada, is that the processing time on your respective applications is going to go up. Now, as far as today is concerned, I do not see any change in the IRCC processing time, because the change usually takes place every week, which is either Monday evening or Tuesday morning EST. So I would essentially see a change in that, if any, on the 28th evening EST or maybe 29th early morning, or not 29th, sorry, 1st early morning. But that is something that is expected to be seen, and quite logical assumption to make. The second thing that I would see in the long term is that, and just keeping in mind whatever we have seen in the Afghan crisis, is that then obviously there will be a handful number of refugees that would want to take shelter in Canada, and Canada is going to support them. Obviously, like the way it did for the Afghan refugees as well. Now, if you take a quick correlation with the Afghan crisis, the government of Canada is really talking about resettlement of 40,000 Afghan refugees over the period of next 3 years, 2022 to 2024, and that has a direct impact on the immigration level plans of 2022 to 2024, which you have already seen that the federal express entry system for outside Canada candidate has taken a little bit of backstep. The simple reason for that is the government has decided on a certain number of quota, like the immigration quota for respective year, and if some kind of a crisis occurs in some region of the other, and if the government has to interfere and make adjustments to it, the government will have to cut corner. And obviously we all know that those people that need our help the most, and I would imagine the government of Canada is definitely going to give shelter to a number of Ukrainians that need the help from the government, and hence I would imagine the overall quota would further be shrunken a little bit about the express entry system in a very nutshell, which would also mean that the draw that you are expecting to see, or were expecting to see sometime in the late 2022 or maybe very early 2023, that timeline may be further postponed. Now, this is just a logical understanding of my sort of own analysis based on the current situation. The government has not said anything, because obviously it is too early for the government to make such an inference. But I thought to let all of you know, so that if you want to come to Canada anytime sooner, and if you're holding something for this move, you should constantly check the IRCC processing time. That is a sort of a realistic indicator as to how soon you're expecting to get a decision on the application. So before submitting any new application, particularly those temporary residency application, such as a visitor visa or a work permit or a study permit application from anywhere else in the world, you should take a look at the IRCC processing time. In my understanding, or in my assumption, the processing time is going to impact negatively for outside Canada candidates. If you need my professional assistance, send me an email, contact@nuvonation.ca. Shall be glad to help you. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.